did you finish? If you finished this question, let's see if you got it right. So we are going to continue from here. Okay, so remember this one you have to square it. Okay, like that. So this means since there is a square and this is x minus x bar, then x minus x bar, everything in a square root, which means we have to square this one. So 1.875 times 1.875, the answer there, 0.875 times 0.875, we put it like that, okay? Not the other way around, just like that. Okay, so what is it giving you here? Okay, so these the answers it was giving you. Okay, so when I multiply, this is what it is giving me. This is how it is coming out. So we have to add everything the way we did here. Okay, the way we did here, you add everything, you put the sum there. So you have to sum up even what we are having in the last column. So we have to sum 3.5156 plus 0.7656 up to 0.0156. And it is going to give you what? It is giving me 18.88 when I round it off. So this is what it is giving me when I sum up. Okay. Okay, so it is giving me 18.88. Okay, now remember our main aim was to find the variance. Okay, so and the formula is s squared is equal to the sum, okay, the sum of open bracket x minus x bar squared over n minus 1 in case of sample variance. Okay, in case the data we're talking about is a sample variance. Okay, this kind of variance for a sample variance minus 1. Population variance just n. You remember, right? Okay, so we just took this, okay, x minus x bar bracket square, and then we just included divide n minus 1. Okay, that's all, but this is just what we are having there. So let's see, s is equal to, what is the summation of this? We already have, it is what? 18.88. okay, so 18.88 you divide by, what is the number there? It is 8, right? Minus 1. So n, the number of values of which there are 8. Okay, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 minus 1, that's the factor 1. Okay, what is it giving us? Okay, so once you solve, once you have that, what is it giving you? So you have to make sure that you calculate properly. Okay, 8 or 18.88 you divide by 7. It is going to be, okay, let's just write it here so that it looks presentable. Remember, when you're answering during exams, it has to be presentable. Okay, so 18.88 divided by 7, that will give us what? 2.697. Okay, 7 to that remain. Okay, so this is our variance. Okay, remember I said when looking for the standard deviation, okay, the standard deviation, it is the square root, okay. Standard deviation is given by S or SD, okay. It will be equal to the square root of what? The variance. So what is our variance? It is 2.697, okay, 697. So what is it going to give us? It is what? 1.642, right? Okay, try to confirm the answer. So this is what it has given me, standard deviation. So this is how you are supposed to answer it, okay. Hope everything is clear. You are able to see everything, okay. If everything is clear, then we have to move on to the group T data, okay. So let's move on to group T data. So we are talking about group data. So we are going to solve median, mode, mean, standard deviation, and the variance, okay. So since we know the formula for standard deviation, you know they are related to the variance in some way. If you know the variance, you can solve for standard deviation, and if you know standard deviation, you can solve for the variance. Okay, so it's simple, even under grouped data. So for example, okay, this is an example. Okay, it's saying the table below shows the weights in kg of members in a sports club. Calculate the median, calculate the median, the mode, mean, standard deviation, and the variance. Okay, which table? This is the table we've been given. Okay, this is the table. Okay, so here it's simple. What do we need to know? What we need to know is the formula. Okay, here in group data we use the formula. Okay, it is a grouped data. You know they have grouped it. They have grouped the weights, which we can call, it's now sample data, right? It's the weights in kg. What kind of data is this? Remember we talked about quantitative, qualitative, right? So if it is under quantitative, what is the type? Is it discrete or continuous? Okay, so you need to know now. You should be applying those the knowledge we got from the start. Okay, the table below shows the weights in kg. Okay, it is dealing with measurement. What type of quantity is it? Okay, so you should know about that. Okay, so here the first one they have mentioned median. Okay, so median okay, median is equal to lower boundary of the class before the median class plus, okay, plus open bracket, okay, the frequency, okay, the sum of the frequency you divide by 2, okay, and then over, and then here you have to subtract, okay, subtract the frequency of the class before the median class, the frequency of the class before the median class, and then all of this you have to divide by the frequency of the median grass. Okay, so this is the formula. Make sure you know the frequency of the median grass, the sum of the frequency divided by 2, frequency of the grass before the median grass, and then the width. Okay, this is length or width, how much the interval is taking from going from 49 to 50, from 59 to 60, from there. Okay, those are the intervals. Okay, yeah, ntungo to repeat up in short. Okay, this is the width now. Okay, how long is it taking, or what are the quantities? Okay, what are the unit differences in kg? You need to understand that. So this is the formula for median. Very simple. I'll show you how to put all these initials. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so let's consider lower grass before the median grass, LM. Okay, LM. Okay, how do we get LM? Okay, so LM, remember, if this is the frequency, when you add, they are out of 50. Okay, this one, that one, this one, up to 3. Okay, you add them, they are up to 50. Okay, they are up to 50. Okay, so when you add these, they are out of 56 plus 8 plus 12 plus 14 plus 7 plus 3. Okay, it will give you 50. Okay, so this is the sum of the frequency. Okay, sum means you add. So you add the frequencies. 6 plus 8 plus 12 plus 14 plus 7 plus 3 gives you 50. Now 50 you divide by what? By 2. That is what? 25. Okay, so this is equal to what? 50. Okay, and then that 50 you have to divide by what? By 2. Okay, now it is giving us what? 25. Okay, so that 25, we have to know now where we stand. Okay, frequency of the median. Okay, to find the frequency of the median. Okay, so let's see the frequency of the median. Okay, so what we need to do, since it is divided by 2 here according to the formula, so, and then the f, sum of the frequency, the total, when we add, it's 50. 50 you divide by 2, it's 25. Okay, 25. Now, what you need to do here, the trick is you start adding. Okay, and then the number from these, the frequencies, the number which is going to be close to 25 or slightly above 25. Okay, not below 25 but slightly above 25. Okay, it may be 25, 26, 27, it may be 25. Okay, so let's see. 6 plus 8, okay, plus 12 gives us what? 26, and it is slightly above what? 25. So if it is giving us 26, then 25 is within. Okay, then 25 is within, because 6 and 8, it is ending at what? 14, right? Plus 12, then it has given us what? 26. So it is within 12, right? It's in here. Okay, Let's try to shade this part. Okay, so it is inside here where 12 is. So it's more like 12 will act as our frequency of the median. So this is the frequency of the median. Okay, that is the frequency of the median, which is what? 12. Okay, 12. Now let's look for LM. Okay, how can we find LM? So from what we have, this is 12. So remember LM, this LM is the lower boundary of the class, lower boundary class of the median class. Okay, lower boundary class of the median class, lower boundary. Okay, let's see the lower boundary. So here it's 12, and then we have got what? The classes. These are the classes, right? According to the kgs, right? Remember, they took some kgs of individuals, right? In kg. So these are the classes of those kg. They classified. Remember, this is statistics, so they classified. They want to know which one is in the middle and all that. This is about the statistics. So what we need to know, what we need to do is, this is 60 and 69 above 12, 60 and 69. So 69 is above. So the number on the left is 60, and then the number on the left of 60 also is 59. So 59 and 60. Okay, 59 and 60 going back, 60, 59. Okay, so we are going to add 60 plus 59, 60 plus 59, and then you need to divide by 2. Okay, so the answer it is going to give you will be the what? LM. So 60 plus 59, you have to divide by 2. And what is it giving you? My calculator is giving me 59.5. Okay, so it is giving me 59.5 as my LM. So where is LM, I'm going to put 59.5. Okay, so it's like we have solved that. Oh, we are remaining with what? The frequency of the class before the median class. Okay, which is we are remaining with FCB. Okay, so FCB, frequency of the class before the median. So before the median, which one is the frequency of the median? It is 12, right? Frequency of the median is 12. Remember we found 12. Do you remember we found 12? Okay. Do you remember how we found 12? It took us to add the frequencies and it gave us 50. You divide by 2, it gave us 25. Now we had to retrace how we were adding. Since the data, take note, since what we have been given here is going from smaller to greater, it is increasing 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, you also need to go like this from left to right. So 6 plus 8, 14 plus 12, 26. Okay, so 26 is in between 25 and 26. Okay, so it's just slightly above 25. So that's what we need to follow. Okay, so when you look at other examples, that's when you understand. But I'm sure it's clear you'll be able to solve other questions. Okay, so that's how we found the 12. Okay, so now this is the frequency of the median. Now the frequency, we are going to find now the frequency of the class before the median. Okay, before the frequency of the median class. Okay, so before the frequency of the median class is what? There is 6 and 8. before the frequency of the median class. So 6 plus 8 before this. So everything you can add. Now, all the frequencies you can add this side. If there were 4, if there were 3, we could have added, but here we only have 2. So 6 plus 8, that is 14. Okay, that is 14. Like that. What I mean with the what? C, which is the class width. Okay, so class width, you can, here, this is what we need to do. You can add the upper, you can add 69 and 70, you divide by 2, and also 60 and 59, you divide by 2. That is how we find, to find the class, we have to subtract, we have to add this plus this minus this plus this. Okay, the upper class boundary, okay, you add, and then you add the lower class boundary, and then you subtract the lower class boundary from the upper class boundary. So from here, 12, we are having, okay, from 12 we are having, we need to subtract here. What do we have? Okay, so we have 69, here 69 and 70. So 69 plus 70, or 70 plus 69, minus this 70, since 12, this is 69 and 70. 70 plus 69 or 69 plus 70. And then here, lower class, it is 60 plus 59, or 59 plus 60. Okay, so 59 plus 60. Okay, so this will give us what? Okay, so 69 plus 70 minus 69.60, so 69 plus 70, okay, and 59 plus 60 is going to give us 69.5, and then minus 59.5. Okay, so 69.5 minus 59.5 is going to give us what? 18. Okay, so this is our C. Okay, so our C is 10. Okay, okay, so this is what we are having. Oh, sorry, I forgot this. We have to divide by 2. Okay, that's how we came up with 15.5 and the 7.5. Divide by 2, even this divide by 2. Okay, sorry, this here you need to divide by 2. You need to divide by 2. Okay, that's what you need to do. Okay, yeah, as simple as that. Now we just have to replace this into the formula. Okay, so what do we have? Our median will be equal to our LM. Okay, that our LM is what? 59.5 plus, you open our frequency, some of the frequency, 50, we divide by 2. Okay, 50 divided by 2. Okay, and then you have minus frequency of class before the median class, that is what? 14, right? You divide by the frequency of the median, which is 12, and then the C, 10, right? Class with D, okay, which is C here, okay, which is what? 10. Okay, so this is what we are having. Okay, this is what we are having. It is very, very simple. Okay, it is very, very simple. So let's solve now. Okay, so this will be equal to 59.5 plus this will give us 25 minus 14, then divide by 12, and then here we have got 18, right? We have got it. Okay, so when you replace, this is what we are having. So before that, to simplify things, we need to subtract here. So this will give us 59.5 and then plus 25 minus 14, that is 11. 11 over 12. Now you have got a 10. So it's more like you are multiplying on top. So 11, and then you have got times 10 here, which will give us just a 110, right? It's more like 11 over 12 times 10. Okay, it will give 11 times 10, and then this is more like this over 1, so there is just 12 and then 110. Okay, 11 times 10. Okay, so this is how we have done it. Okay, so here you can do just a fraction, 7.5 plus 110, and then you say 1 over 12, and then at last we are going to get here median. We are going to get 68.67. When you do it correctly, you need to find your own way of doing it. So this is what we are having, 68.67 as our median. Okay, 68.67 for sure, yes, median. Okay, Filipakati, median. Okay, Filico. Okay, so this is 12, this is 60, and this 69. So 68 is within, 68.67 is just within here. Okay, so this is how we have arrived at the median. It's just very simple, just to follow these rules. How to look for C, how to look for these things. Okay, so about solving and everything will stick. So let's move on now to the mode. The mode, the formula for mode for the grouped data is lower median class boundary plus you open bracket delta 1, okay, over delta 1, okay, delta 1 plus delta 2, and then the class. Okay, just okay, so we move on to the mode. So this will be equal to, so here you have got 12. Okay, you have 12 as the median. Okay, now we are looking for mode. Since we are moving from, it is increasing from left to right, so 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So we are going to move one step forward, okay, from 12, one step, that is 14. Okay, that is 14 now. Okay, so we're just going to shade now 14 as we are calculating for mode. So we are now at 14. Okay, so in answering, I'm not saying you also shade. No, this is just for illustration purpose. Okay, so what is the LM here? Okay, our LM, if we had 14, the lower class is what? 70 and 69, right? So 70 plus 69, you divide by 2, okay, which is 69.5. 69.5 plus, okay, what is our delta 1? Okay, our delta 1 is gotten by subtract. This is the mode. Okay, so 14 minus the number before 14. Okay, so 14 minus 12, that is what? 2, right? So here it is 2. Just the number before the mod. It may not be 14, it may not be 12, but if it is like this, the number before, maybe 15 or 14, is 15 minus 14, any, okay? And mostly it's never negative, okay? So 14, because the mod is becomes the biggest in most cases. I've never seen where it gives negative. So 14 minus 12, that's 2. And then delta 2, that's how we solve for delta 1. Okay, now for delta 2 is 14. Now you go forward. If you go back, you are solving for delta 1. If you move from the mod to in front, 14 minus 7, that is 7. Okay, for delta 2, okay, it is 7. Remember, delta 1 is what? 2. We have replaced, right? We have replaced. Okay, so if you say 7.5 minus 79.5 minus 7.5, it will give you the class. Okay, we can say this minus this plus this divided by 2, 79 plus 80 divided by 2, and then also 70 plus 9 divided by 2. Okay, then you subtract, it will give you 70 plus 9, 70.5, 79 plus 80, let's see, what? 79.5, and then 70 plus 69, 9.5. So 7.5, 79.5 minus 9.5, that's 10. So it will give you a 10. That's how you find the class we did. So this in 10 is going to give us 69.5 plus, let's try to deal with what is in the bracket. So it is going to give us 9, okay, and then here there is 10, so 69.5 plus 20 over 9, right? So this is over 1, and then common denominator 9, and then you are going to solve. So to not to waste much of the time, you just have to use a calculator. Okay, which has given us 7.72. Okay, like that. So this is how we have solved this. Okay, for the mod. Okay, let's consider mean. Mean divided by x bar. Okay, so it's just divided to average. Okay, so the simple trick is just to redraw the table from this way to this way. Like, I'm going to put x for the masses, okay, and then f for the frequency, okay. So x times f, that is fx, and then x times x is x squared times f, that is fx squared. Okay, so this is what we are going to apply. So in order to what to put in this is to calculate, okay, from the masses. Remember, x has become masses. They are the masses. So 40 plus 49, you divide by 2. 50 plus 59 divided by 2, that is for 8. 60 plus 7 divided by 2, that is for 12. Okay, so these are the frequencies. We have been 6, 8, 12. So we are going to put the frequencies. Okay, we are going to put the frequency. So 6, 8, 12, 14, 7, 3. Okay, so these are the frequencies. Okay, just the way they are. And then I'm going to calculate here. Okay, for 6, what is the x? So for 6, 40 plus 49 divided by 2, what is it giving you? Okay, so this is how we do it. Where there is a frequency of 6, we added 40 plus 49 divided by 2, then it gives us 44.5, and then there's a frequency. So fx means f times x, which is x times f, or f times x. It is giving us this. So if you want to find fx squared, x squared means x times x. So 44.5 times 44.5, the answer you have to multiply times 6. So 45 squared times 6, you put the answer there. Same applies to this, where there is 8. Okay, you have to add. Okay, you have to add 50 plus 59 divided by 2. The answer you'll find here. You are going to square, you multiply by 8. That's the answer you're going to find here. Okay, so here you know how we found this. Okay, how we found this. Okay, so 44.5 times 6, it gave us 267. So now fx squared, don't get confused, f is 6. Now x is 44.5. Now x squared, which means 44.5 squared. Okay, so 44.5 squared times 6. Okay, that's the answer we're going to put here. Not this times this squared, no. 44 squared times 6. 44 to the power 2 times 6. Okay, 44, if you're using a calculator, 44 squared, you press equals, and then the answer times 6, that's the one you're going to put here, and then you're going to fill up everything. And then from there, you add, just sum up. Here, you know, it's 50, and then sum up this, sum up everything to find the mean. X bar, the mean is the sum of the fx divided by the sum of f. Okay, what is fx? Fx is what we are going to add. You are going to add. Okay, what is going to give you it is fx. F is the frequency. Add frequency, already we know it is 50, so it is over 50. Whatever we are going to add from here and then over 50 will be the what? The mean. Okay, will be the what? The mean. Okay, so this is how we find the mean. Okay, so now how do we find the standard deviation? You know the formula. Standard deviation is equal to the square root, the sum of the frequency squared, which is there, this one. Okay, and then you divide by the summation of f, and then minus, okay, which means this and this, they go together first, and then minus x bar. Do you know x bar? It is mean. So this is how we do it. So the mean we found, and then here fx squared, f which is the frequency total of 50. Okay, this is how we do it. Okay, so all the total you cover here. Okay, you can try it and see what you can do. Then we'll do it together. Remember the variance. Now, remember if standard deviation is equal to the square root of the variance, then which means if we put standard deviation in bracket and you square, even here you square this square, we will cancel with the square root, right? You are going to remain with the s squared is equal to standard deviation power 2. So the standard deviation we get, you multiply by 2, that is what? The variance. Okay, so they are just reciprocal of each other, opposite. So try to find that. You fill up. It's simple. This is a table you need to get familiar with. So follow the instruction. You see how we can do it, and then we continue.